Recording in progress.
Let's go ahead and get started here, standing on our mat. We're going to take a few shoulder rolls back. Take a couple moments, just notice how you're feeling today. And then with those shoulders back, chest and heart open, let's bend our knees and bring our palms forward. Then we're going to rise up to our toes and push our palms behind us, kind of just centering and balancing. I'm going to show what this looks like from the side so you can kind of see as we bend our knees and rise up to our toes, our hands are pushing behind our body. And this just allows us to check in with that balance. So we're going to do about 3 more here. 3, breathe in. Exhale up, 2, hands pushing behind us, and 1. Now let's stay on our toes and just push those palms back. 8, 7, 6, 5, here's 4, 3, 2, and on 1, lower the heels, we'll rise up with the arms, breathe in. Exhale, bend the knees, drop, swing. Rise the arms back up, and again, drop, swing, and rise the arms up. 2 more times, bend the knees, drop, swing. Rise the arms up, and 1 more time, drop, swing. And we'll rise the arms up and we'll just drop the arms. Good. So you're going to let your arms feel like they're almost like just weightless, like you're kind of like a rag doll swinging. We're going to let our arms sway towards our shoulders. This that wakes up, what some people call chi in your body, or that kind of internal energy we all carry. It helps us just start to feel more energized and awake as we get ready for our flow. So your arms may kind of wrap by your shoulders, or maybe you wrap those arms by your waist. Or maybe by your hips here. Noticing where you place the arms is going to change where you start to open. So maybe wrapping by the waist allows that lower back to open a little more. Wrapping up a bit higher, you may open your center a little bit. Or wrapping up here by the shoulders, you might get a little more opening in your back. Let that movement become a bit vigorous as you ground the feet. And then just start to let that motion naturally die down. Try to avoid adjusting your shirt or clothes, but rather just let your arms fall. Feel that energy tingling through the arms, through your body. Take a big breath in now. Inhale and exhale with your left hand. Grab your right wrist and let's take a big side stretch. Big pull up and over to the side. Breathe in. Exhale back up other side. Big pull. Up and over to the side. Breathe in. Exhale back center. Now we're going to take the hands to our lower back. Fingertips upper back. Heels of the hands into our low back. We're going to send our hips forward. Lift our gaze upward and maybe even let our head fall backward. Breathe in. Exhale, rolling ourselves back up. Now let's take our hands behind our back. Shine our chest forward. Pinch from our hips and fold. Letting the front of the chest press forward. Letting the heart space open. Breathe in. Exhale, and again, breathe in. Exhale, take 1 more breath in. As we exhale, bend our knees. We're going to place one hand on the floor while the other arm goes up in the air. Now you can keep your knees bent, or if you want to start straightening the legs out, that's totally fine too. See how that feels for you. Circle that wrist up there and reverse direction. Good, let's bend our knees again. Twist the other way. One hand down, one hand up in the air. Again, maybe we even circle the wrist out. Reverse direction. Good. And both hands down. Taking our chin to tuck up towards the neck and the hands behind the back. We're going to start to re-straighten the legs and fold here just a bit deeper. Breathe in. Exhale again, breathe in. 1 more big breath in. Good, as we exhale, hands come down. Let's lengthen out our spine. Bend the knees, take the hands to the floor. And this is a great time to lunge back 1 leg at a time to plank, or to hop both legs back to plank. Once we get into plank, let's do a little heel shift, forward and back, breathing in and out for 4, and 3, and 2. Now on 1, heel shift forward. We're going to bend our elbows, lower our chest. We call this our chaturanga. Now you can lower your legs, or you can kind of hover for a minute, and then release the thighs. Chest comes up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more breath in. As we breathe out, look down at our chest, round up through the spine, hips to heels. Taking that child's pose, just sending our hips back. 5 breaths here. And coming back up to hands and knees. Knees under each hip, wrists under shoulders. Let's kind of move ourselves side to side. Shifting side to side and then moving towards our fingertips, side to the left, back, and towards the right. Just grounding through these hands and knees, just making sure that we feel good and strong to hold ourselves here. Let's take it the other way. So as you ground through, just noticing what's happening through the wrists, the shoulders, noticing each finger spreading on the floor to support you. And then find your center. Let's take a cat stretch. Arch the back, head and tailbone down. And release, head and tailbone up. Let's do that a couple of times. Just getting into our back. Good. I'm going to start getting into unfolding the legs a little bit. Let's tuck our toes, and tailbone is up here. And we're going to take tailbone down and lift the knees. Gently release the knees, tailbone back up. And tailbone comes down as we round open our upper back, lift the knees. And again, release the knees and head and tailbone up. Let's do that one more time, looking down at the belly, rounding and lift the knees. Lower the knees, release head and tailbone up. Now we're going to try something kind of fun. We're going to round again, lift the knees, but this time push the heels all the way back towards the floor. Now start to let your spine lengthen out as much as you can in your downward dog. Let's hold about 5 deep breaths here. Two more breaths. One more big breath in. Good. As we exhale, let's now shift back into plank, and we're going to draw right knee in, step it back. Left knee in, step it back. 8 and 7. Starting to heat up our center. 6 and 5. 4 and 3. 2. Now on 1. We're going to try little kicks back. Kick one leg up and down. Other leg up and down. Just waking up our core a little bit. 8. 7, good, breathe in, exhale, 6, 5, keep that breath going here, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, very good job, feeling that core nice and strong. Let's bend our elbows, lower down around that again, curl up again, and once more, this time going up through plank and into downward dog, good job. Let's take our right leg in the air, breathe in, and flex and point that foot, circle the ankle, and reverse. Draw the right knee towards the chest, and then we'll shift forward and step the foot down. Pivot our back heel, sweep our arms high, we call this our warrior one. Circle those wrists out, reverse, and then bringing palms together, lift your heart space towards the sky, arch back, bend into that front knee, and then exhale. Let our chest fall over this front leg, arms sweeping back, which again can be a little challenging. Maybe we have to take a moment to get through that balance, but take your time. Exhale. Arms sweep back and rise up, breathe in. Exhale, arms sweep back. Rise up, breathe in. We can do one more. Here we go. Back. As we rise up, breathe in. Let's exhale, open to warrior 2. And we're going to follow our breath again. Rise up, breathe in. Exhale, pressing down. Rise up, breathe in. Exhale, pressing down. 2 more. And down. One more time. Up and down. Very good. Flipping our front palm. We're going to carve this space up and back behind us. Call that our peaceful warrior. Take a moment. Breathe in. Exhale, let's follow this top hand down. We're going to try our side angle here. So for side angle, you can either place your elbow on your thigh and just stretch overhead with that top arm. Or you can take your hand to the floor and reach overhead. Or you could possibly even wrap the pose if that feels like a good option for you. Wherever you're at, let's think about what might happen if we look a little bit in front of our right foot and place our right fingertips there, or maybe a block there with your hand on top. We want to have our hand pretty close to our foot, so rather than reaching way out, it's going to be pretty close. And we're going to set our back leg up off the floor to stack over that right hip. So left hip here is stacking over right. We're going to try raising up that left arm, half moon balance. Amazing job. You gotta keep your breath going in and out. It's okay to wobble, it's okay to fall. Just come back when you're ready if you do. 2 more, breathe in. Exhale, 1 more breath in. Great job. As we exhale, let's put our left hand down where the right hand was, or maybe just right next to it. We're gonna start to rotate that hip down. And now reach and twist in our revolved half moon. So now, you're standing on your right leg, you have left hand down. So you have left leg in the air and right arm in the air. A little bit of a twist here. Let's do a fun transition where we're gonna soften the front knee till we can bring these toes down. And then start to straighten and lengthen out the front leg. Now again, you might decide, I wanna take my hand higher up now on the knee, or maybe a block, or maybe it stays on the floor. Again, just notice your own feelings. How does this feel for you today? And you can always adjust or modify as needed. 2 more breaths. Good. Both hands down. Now we get to hang over our front leg. Just let our bodies settle here for a moment. Breathe in. Exhale again. Breathe in. Exhale. 1 more big breath in. As we exhale, we'll rebend that front knee, sweep the arms up to warrior 1 again. We're going to try something kind of fun here. We're going to take our hands behind our back, clasping our elbows like this, or maybe taking our palms in a prayer. We're going to rotate so that our chest lifts upward towards the ceiling, but we're going to straighten out that front knee. Open your heart space, breathe in, and then exhale, lead with your heart. Working through the balance of each leg as we fold over that front leg. 3 to 5 breaths here. Very good. Let's take both hands down, walk through center, all of our toes pointing forward, and we're looking under the legs. So we're just kind of looking underneath. We can hold our ankles, or we might even bring our hands behind our back and draw it downward. Just a beautiful stretch here. Breathe in. Exhale again, breathe in. Exhale, we have 1 more big breath in. And then we're gonna exhale, rotate around to this back end of our mat. So we're on a new side of our mat. We have our left knee bending, and we're gonna start to bring our back right knee to the floor. Low lunge position. So stay in this low lunge for a moment, let the front of that back right hip open. And let's take our left arm to look back at that foot. This again may be enough. Maybe you just twist and say, oh, that's enough for me right there. Or maybe you pull the back foot in. Again, that's gonna be kind of your choice, okay? Because some of us might find this to be a great stretch. Others might find it to be a little bit intense. So do what you need to for you today. Breathe in. Let's exhale as we unwind, and we're gonna straighten out this leg. Flexing the foot and feeling a beautiful stretch running along the back side of that leg. Maybe this is enough right here. Or maybe we fold further and deeper back. Again, just kind of be sure what you're choosing resonates with you. And when we do that with our physical practice, it helps us do that mentally and emotionally as well. So sometimes maybe we feel like saying yes to something, but we have a little too much on our plate, and we have to maybe be mindful of that and say, actually, I'm gonna not do that extra thing here and balance my energy. So when we balance our physical energy, we can learn to balance our everyday life as well. How we can notice how we truly feel and say yes to the things that we truly can say yes to with our full energy And if there's things that maybe we aren't allowing space for ourselves to have a little moment of peace and rest in life, we might have to modify a little bit. But just know it's always okay to really make the choices that you know are best for you, because then every activity you agree to, you're putting in your positive, full energy. Take a moment as you breathe with that acknowledgement that you matter, your voice matters, and the choices you make each day can be made mindfully with the best interest of all in mind. So just take a few moments, reminding yourself that you're a part of that all that deserves to be heard, and your voice matters. Take a few moments. And now as we take a moment coming up, we're going to try something a little different here. We're going to move our foot a little bit outside of our mat. So our leg might be off to the side a little bit, and we're going to yawn our hands forward like we're taking that puppy stretch, but we have this left leg outside of our body. Feeling that deep inner thigh stretch. And then we're going to bring our hands back under our shoulders, let our heart shine forward as we wave this left leg behind us now. Right arm in front of us. And we're going to do little presses upward. 8, 7, 6, 5, pressing upward, 4, 3, 2, now on 1, we're going to round our spine, elbow to knee in, breathe in, exhale, reach out, gazing for that hand, good, and pull in, exhale, reach out, just 2 more, pull in, exhale, reach out, 1 more time, pull in, exhale, reach out, now from here, wave your right arm to the right and your left leg to the left, slide back in 1. Wave to the side, slide back in 2, feeling our core strengthening. Wave to the side, back in 3, and this is our last one. Wave to the side, back in 4. And then we're going to take our left foot to the floor, right arm up. Breathe in, and then exhale, thread this right arm under the left while that back leg is still extended. If that's too much, you can bring the knee back down, but it might feel kind of nice to keep that leg a little bit extended back. Another option is to raise up that leg. That can feel kind of scary sometimes, but see what you feel okay doing. If it feels okay to raise it, maybe you try that today. Use your center, use your core to engage as we breathe in, and then exhale, bring our right arm back out. Either just holding here for another 3 breaths, or bending the back knee and pulling the leg up. 3 breaths. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. 1 more breath in. Good. Now as we exhale, we lower that knee. And we're going to come back to our cat stretch. Arch our back. And release. Head and tailbone up. Now we're going to tuck our toes. Arch our back. Float the knees up. And then fold into that downward dog. Great job. Let's shift out to plank. Let's lower chaturanga. Curl up, cobra, upward dog. And let's find that downward dog again. Walk and pedal the feet out. And let's take our left leg up in the air this time. Breathe in. Exhale, flex and point that left foot. Circle that ankle in reverse. And then we're going to draw left knee to our chest. Step the foot down, pivot the back heel. Warrior 1. Beautiful job here in Warrior 1. Let's look up at our hands and arch our back, raising our chest to the sky. And when we're ready, we'll bring our chest over our front leg. Swing our arms back, breathe in. Exhale, rise back up. This takes a lot of core strength. And so we're building strength through our back, through our abdominals, and of course our legs as well. Breathing in. Exhale. Building strength through our stability and through our center physically, as well as, again, energetically and emotionally, spiritually, just finding that mental energy as well to push through challenges. 1 more time. As we sweep back, we're going to take ourselves up, breathe in, and then exhale, open out to Warrior 2. Let's rise up, breathe in. Exhale, press down. 2 more. 1 more time. palm, reach out. Carve the space overhead, up and back, into our peaceful warrior, just reaching back here. As you find that peaceful warrior, take another breath in, and then exhale, we're gonna follow this left hand down to side angle, either elbow to the thigh, arm reaching overhead, or maybe you bring hand to the floor, reach overhead, or your hand could be on a block, or you might even wrap. Okay, so take your choice. Breathe in. Exhale. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath in. Now as we exhale, let's place our left hand a few inches in front of our left foot. Raise this right arm up and kick off that right leg, half moon bounce. Again, hands could be on a block if you prefer, or if you need to bend your standing knee to hold the floor, that's absolutely okay too. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, good, exhale. 1 more breath. Let's soften our standing knee and place our right hand down. Now we're gonna open up with the left arm, and again, you can straighten out your standing leg or keep it bent if that feels easier to reach the floor. Twisting and spiraling as we find this balance. Really beautiful job. 2 more breaths. Good. Now we're going to soften the front knee, send this back leg to the floor, shift our weight back into that back foot, and continue this twist through our revolved triangle today. Breathe in. Exhale. Again, breathe in. Exhale. 1 more breath in. As we exhale, both hands come down. Take a moment, hang over this front leg. Feel free to open up your top right arm for a moment for triangle. Breathe in. And when we're ready, exhaling back over this front leg. We're going to take a moment, bend that knee. Sweep back up into warrior 1. And we're going to get ready for that challenge to come back. So our hands are either behind our back, clasping the elbows like this, or palms in reverse prayer. We're going to lift our chest. Maybe drop our head back, straighten out that front leg. Breathe in. And exhale, leading with our heart. Coming forward over the front leg. Deep breaths in and out. One more big breath in. Good. Let's release those arms. And now turning all of our toes forward, we're going to look under those legs again. Come to this wide leg, forward fold. Nice big straddle, kind of drawing your chest through the center of your legs as much as you can here. Breathe in. Exhale again. Breathe in. Exhale. 1 more breath in. And as we exhale, we'll walk our hands to this new side again. This is the side we started on. We have our right foot back in front, and we're going to lower left knee down. Release the top of that foot. Feel that beautiful stretch again. And again, this could feel just great right here. Maybe you just want to stay here, but if you'd like to, you can take your right arm back. Look back at that foot. Maybe that's just a great stretch, or maybe more stretch would be beneficial. If so, pull that back foot in. Sometimes our back foot might pull in just a little bit, and that's okay too, but just pull it where it feels okay. You'll notice if you are pulling that back foot in, you feel a release through the front of your hip, front of your thigh. Take a moment there, breathe in. And then let's exhale, float back into that half split. Let's flex out this front foot, one hand on each side of the leg, and you can either let your chest drop just right here, or you can send the hip further back. Either way, we're folding over our front shin, releasing tension there. Take some big breaths in and out. On our last side, we held some reflections here about using our voice, not being afraid to speak up if maybe we are putting too much on our plate and wanting to have a little balance in our life. So take that moment and now notice how there's ways in your life where things are balanced, things that you're doing right that you can congratulate yourself on. And be proud of all that you've done so far in your life on your journey, knowing that each one of us has a big congratulations in store for making it so far on this journey of life, which always has many challenges, but know that you can do it. You got this no matter what comes your way. And take a moment of gratitude, again, for your life today and that amazing miracle it is that you're here, just following your heart and living day to day. Take a couple moments breathing in and out. Maybe even reflecting on a few things you're grateful for today. Very good. When we're ready, we come up and we move this foot a little bit outside of our mat. Again, we're gonna yawn our chest down. This is like a puppy stretch. So if my leg wasn't here, it would look something like this with the chest, right? But our leg is up there. And it's kind of making us maybe not go down quite as far, but we might feel a really nice stretch here behind the leg. Take a couple breaths. Very good. From here, we're going to take a moment, wrists under shoulders, and we're going to glide this leg behind us. We're going to raise up the left arm and thread the left arm under the right, seeing if we can keep this back leg raised. If it needs to come down, sure thing. But if it feels okay here, maybe you keep it, or maybe you challenge yourself further and rise it up. Again, any of those options are going to be good options, so pick what's working for you today. Breathe in, exhale. Great job. Let's push a little bit with our right hand and extend that left arm in front of us. Now we have this beautiful balance. We're going to pump up here. 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1. We're going to round our spine, elbow to knee together, and reaching out. And elbow to knee together, and reaching out. 2 more. In and out. 1 more time. In. And we hold it out. Now our arm and leg move away from our body and back center. Moving away from the body, breathe in. Exhale, back center. Just 2 more. Away. Back in. 1 more time. Away. Now as we pull back in, you can just hold here like this if you like. 1 arm in front, 1 behind. Or you can bend your back knee, circle that arm back, and pull the leg upward. See what's kind of feeling right today. Breathe in. Exhale. Again, breathe in. Exhale. 1 more big breath in. Excellent job. As we exhale, bring that knee down and that hand. Let's send our hips back for child's pose. Take a moment. Crawling our fingers forward, we'll slide our chest out and back up once more. Take a moment, lower the chest, point the toes off the floor, maybe run the legs a few times, and then reach the hands back, squeeze the heels together. This could be well enough right here, or maybe you bend those knees, hold the feet, and rise up. Again, your choice. This is called our bow pose, and this one here is our locust. So see what's feeling right for you. Taking one of those choices. Breathing in. Exhale, 1 more breath. And we'll float our body back down. Once more, pushing back to that child's pose. And then, because we want to release, whenever we do a back bend, it's good to do a forward bend for a while. And this child's pose is a forward bend, but we're going to turn our hips around and straighten out our legs in front of us. We can do a little more of a big forward fold and bounce out the back of our knees. Inhale, our arms high, chest shines forward over the legs as we reach out. And we're just going to take about 3 to 5 breaths here. Feel free to stay in this variation if you want a little more, you can roll back on the floor and send your legs overhead now into plow, taking that fold in a new direction. So now instead of our chest coming towards the legs would be coming forward towards the chest. If you are doing plow, be mindful of your back. Maybe keep your hands here for support, or even feel free to try a shoulder stand if you like. And whether you're seated or whether you've rolled your legs overhead, let's all meet up with our back flat on the floor. And from there, we can stir our feet up in the air, stir those ankles, and then take our time slowly lowering the legs, and taking just a minute or so here in Shavasana, just enjoying this moment of rest. You worked so hard today. Congratulate yourself for all this physical work you've done. And remind yourself again, you have that strength to get through any challenges in your life, not just physically, but emotionally, energetically, anything that's going on. You can do it. And just give yourself that moment of recognition, reminding yourself that you can balance your energy too, and you always have that right to speak up for yourself and your needs, as well as respecting the needs of others. Take a moment. Time you need. If you want to stay resting here, please do. But if you're ready to close out your practice, you can roll to one side or find your way to seated. We'll just take another big breath in, bringing our palms together, palms in front of the heart. And namaste. All right, thank you so much for joining this flow today.